Good morning, everyone. Make sure we're good. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. Adjust this, make sure y'all can see me. We're going to start standing in the back of the mat today. Start to feel out your feet. You can pedal them out. Start to wake everything up. You can rock back and forth. Whatever is calling you today. You can warm up the lower body. Go ahead and stand in stillness, nice and strong. Have your palms face away from you. Start to build that connection from your breath just by taking a deep inhale and exhale. Let's do that 2 more times together. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your arms up above your head. Have your palms face one another. And then exhale down to heart center. As we pause here at heart center, I want you to start to think and generate your intention for today's practice. It could be a word, a picture, a place, a phrase, something that's going to guide you throughout your practice today. Something that can bring you back to center, both on and off of your mat. Bring your arms back up towards the sky. On your exhale, fold forward. Come into this pretty gradually in your first fold today. Take your time. You're still warming up your hamstrings. So it's okay if you can't go all the way down just yet. We'll get there. Again, as you come into this fold, just begin to pedal out your feet, bend one knee at a time. Come to stillness, and then slowly rise all the way back up. Come into your standing mountain. We're going to do quite a few folds to start off this practice. Build a little bit of heat and create that nice movement throughout the entire body. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Again, pause, pedal out your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, mountain. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, rise. We're going to do one more. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Press into a halfway lift, creating a nice flat spine. So if you'd like, you can place your fingertips on your mat, or you can bring them up to your shins. And I want you to walk your hands out into a high plank position or your push-up position. Lower both knees, untuck your toes, shift your weight forward into striking cobra. And then tuck your toes, shift your weight all the way back, come into downward facing dog. And again, just pedaling out your feet, walking out your dog, wiggling your hips. You have the freedom to move in your practice. You don't have to stay stiff. Create that little bit of movement. Show your body a little bit of love. And then slowly begin to step so that your feet meet your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Walk your feet back. Come into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, step it all the way through to the top of your mat. Stay right here with your left knee lifted, your left heel lifted. Hands are on your mat, your torso is resting on your front thigh. Lower your left knee down. Rise up, low lunge. Now we're going to play with some more dynamic movement this morning. So I want you to try to straighten your right leg and then see if you can balance onto your heel. Hold here. And then you're going to bend and come forward. Straighten your left leg. And you can keep your left toes tucked, or you can press into the top of your foot, whatever works for you. Shift it all back, straighten your right leg, rest back on your heel. And then walk it forward, straighten your left leg. Just go back and forth to your own pace, your own breath. Do 2 more rounds on this side. Come to pause in your low lunge. Bring your arms back up towards the sky. And then bring your left palm down, right arm up towards the sky. Come into a twist. Lower your right hand down towards the inside of your right foot. Again, extend your left leg back. Come into your lizard. And if you'd like, you can heel toe your right foot towards the edge of your mat to create a deeper sensation. You can also stay lifted, or you can lower all the way down onto your forearms. You always determine how far you get to go in each posture. If you lower down, go ahead and press up. Heel toe your foot back into center. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Heel toe your right foot back all the way into center, and see if you can engage and press all the way up. Come into your crescent lunge. Bring both hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, step it all the way through. Keep your right heel lifted. Come into your runner's lunge, keeping your hands on your mat. Lower your right knee down, rise for your low lunge. Again, playing with that movement. You can keep your hands on your mat, or if you feel nice and balanced, you can stay lifted. Now you begin to straighten your left leg, see if you can pull up onto your heel. And then walk it forward. Extend your right leg. Walk it back. And then walk it forward. Get into your own pace. Do 3 more. Last one. Go ahead and stack your knee over your ankle. Come up into your low lunge. Place your right hand down, left arm goes up for a twist. Bring your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Extend your right leg back. Come into your lizard. Again, you can stay right here, or you can heel toe a bit wider. You can stay lifted, or you can lower. If you lower it down, go ahead and press up. Heel toe your foot back to center. All the way back to the center of your mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Now see if you can engage. It might be trickier on one side than the other, and that's okay. Just be patient with yourself. Press into your feet and rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Perfect. Bring your hands back down to your mat. Step all the way back, downward facing dog. Pause here. Reconnecting to your breath if you've lost it. Shift your weight forward, come down onto your knees. Come into tabletop. Just pause here, just for a moment. It's another one where you can keep your toes tucked, press into the tops of your feet. If you're feeling adventurous, you can keep your feet lifted. And begin your cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're gonna drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone, bring your gaze between your legs. You can just do this to your own pace. Come back to a nice flat spine. And then lower down onto your forearms. Come into your mini tabletop. And as you come here, be mindful of popping your booty out. Keep everything nice and straight. Press into your hands and then reach towards the top of your mat. Come into your melting heart. Rest your forehead on your mat. This is another one where you can really explore. If you'd like, you can keep a nice flat spine. really opening in the chest. Or you can turn it into a back bend. See if you can rest your chest on your mat. Now if you come in here to this position and it's too much sensation, it can cause too much strain on the neck if you're not comfortable in the position. Just come out. I think it's always nice to at least know that there are options there. Even if the options aren't for you. You can at least say that you tried. Press into your hands, come all the way up. Walk your hands back in onto all fours. Take your knees nice and wide, your big toes touch, sink your hips back, come into child's pose. We've worked a good bit into the lower body, into the spine. Now we're going to start to work into the nooks and crannies in our shoulders. Press up onto your fingertips in your child's pose so that your arms are lifted off of your mat. And then gently begin to lift your head. Keeping your gaze down. You may begin to feel some sensation in your shoulders, maybe even in your hips, as you kind of balance here. Exhale, lower all the way down and release. We're going to do that 2 more times, so press up onto your fingertips. And then lift your head up off of your mat. Now you're not lifting it all the way up to where you're straining. You're just lifting it to meet right in the middle of your arms. And lower all the way down. The last one, press up. And lift your head. And lower all the way down. Now rest here for just a moment. You can rock your forehead from side to side, just to help relieve any extra tension you might be holding in your face and neck. Lock your hands underneath your shoulders and press all the way up. Come to your hero's pose. So you have options here as well. You can sit back on your heels, or you can keep your knees together, separate your feet, and sink your booty between your feet. We're just going to take a moment here. Sit nice and tall. Just allow your hands to drape on your lap. Have your palms face the sky. If you naturally close your eyes, that's okay. Bring your right hand to your left temple, and then gently lower your right ear down toward your right shoulder. Now you're not forcing it, you're just guiding it very gently. The muscles in your neck are extremely tender and sensitive, so you want to be a little nice to them while you stretch them out. It's also important to bring awareness to the muscles in your neck because they're so small. They can easily get tangled up and twisted. And that's what causes, tension, headaches, and the start of migraines, and any kind of neck pain. So creating this nice space and length just helps generate some ease later on. Go ahead and release. And do the other side. Your left hand to your right temple, gently lower down. If your neck pops at all, that's okay. I learned in physical therapy that having any kind of cracks or pops, that's a good thing. That means that you unwound it a little bit. And that your body is allowing fluid to come in. You had a little bit of blockage and now it is gone. And I'm a very poppy person, so I thought that was really nice to hear. Go ahead and release. And now you're just going to look over towards your left shoulder. And then look over towards your right shoulder. And just go back and forth for a minute. Take a pause. Then rotate towards your other shoulder. Again, going at your own pace. I will say it over and over and over again. Go to a pace that is comfortable for you in your body. And then bring your gaze back to center. Place your hands behind you, as far back as you can without leaning back. You want to keep your chest lifted. And then when you feel comfortable, you can allow your head to rest between your shoulder blades. Gently tuck your chin, walk yourself back up to center. And then you're going to swing your legs out in front of you. Take them nice and long. Flex your feet so your toes are facing towards your face. Go ahead and wiggle out your knees. Create a little bit of movement in the feet. Start rolling them in a circle. Be as exaggerated as you want. Go the other way. Take your legs nice and long, flex your toes toward your face. And then point them away from you. Go back and forth, flexing and extending. Bring them back to flexing towards your face, and then you're just going to do a windshield wiper with your feet. Or like they're waving, they're rocking them side to side. Perfect. Come to stillness. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees go nice and wide. Get your booty out of the way. You want to be on your sit bones. Now you determine how much sensation you get out of your butterfly. You can have your heels all the way tucked in, nice and snug, and you can fold, or you can have them nice and wide. Take it out a little bit and then fold. It's going to just trigger a different area in your hips. So play with it a little bit. Start somewhere, and if you fold down and you're like, oh my gosh, no way, slowly come up, adjust. Maybe that feels better. So as you do this, you're going to inhale your arms up above your head to lengthen your spine. And then just slowly fold over your lap. Once you get down here, and you're just staring at your feet, I invite you to connect only the blade edges, so your pinky toes and the sides of your feet. Allow your feet to open. Even if you need to physically do it with your hands, that's okay. Create a little bowl or a cup with your feet. And if you'd like, you can give yourself a little foot massage, or you can stay in stillness. Slowly press up, bend your knees, and come to lay down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Just gently rock from side to side. Take your arms out nice and wide. If you're at a wall by like me, you can take cactus. And then gently lower your knees towards the left. Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Bring your knees and your gaze back to center. On your exhale, lower your knees towards the right. Your gaze will come over your left shoulder. And inhale back to center. And slowly extend your legs the length of your mat. Bring your arms down to your sides, palms face the sky. If you feel comfortable, you may close your eyes and allow your feet to fall open. Start to return to your natural breath and allow your body to sink deeply into your mat for Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness back into your body. by slowly wiggling your fingers and your toes. Or rocking your head from side to side. Inhale your arms up above your head, create a full body stretch. And bring everything into center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. But once again, making your space a priority. Place your hands behind your knees. Just start to create a little bit of momentum. Rocking back and forth on your mat. Getting one last good massage into your spine before you come up into a seated position. And keeping your eyes closed, place your hands down on your lap. Your left hand facing down, your right palm facing up towards the sky. And a way of representing the left hand being grounded in your practice on your mat. And your right hand taking the practice off of your mat, accepting new opportunities. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye, guys.